So today is Saturday, February 9th at 12:24 a.m. So really to me it's basically Friday, February 8th. And today I got my decision from the University of Florida in Gainesville, Florida, and I was rejected. I feel like my voice doesn't even sound the same. I feel so awkward because this is so personal. Like, I've gotten personal on my channel before, but this was personal. This is personal because it pretty much just happened like within the past 6 hours basically. Yeah, so I got rejected from UF, which was probably my like second favorite school. I feel like I'm making this video for A, for me, and B, for everyone else, because whether you got rejected from UF or whatever school, I feel like this video maybe will help somebody. Just a little background. I haven't talked completely about my college process on here yet because I'm planning on making several videos. I'm gonna make a cute like college decision reveal, like which college I'm going to, and I'm planning on making a whole video of every college I applied to, every scholarship I got, every stat I have, that whole shebang, because I was obsessed with those videos when I was first starting my college process. And yeah, so basically, like, I'm not going to tell you which college I've already committed to, but I committed to a college probably about 3 weeks ago, in the sense that I paid an admissions deposit, and I actually attended that particular college's like admitted students preview day last week. I love that school. I truly do believe that's the school I'm meant to be at, so that's why I'm not like wrecked over this decision. But I'm not gonna lie, I am a little hurt, and it's nothing against UF because it could be literally any school, but I'm just making this video because if you're in the same boat as me, I want you to watch this to make you feel better. Or if you're watching these like I was exactly a year ago and you have this almost like phobia of being rejected from a college, I want you to watch this and know that literally I was there. I'm someone who is so anxious to the point of like it would be hard for me to like go out in public sometimes because I was just always so anxious and insecure and da-da-da-da-da. I'm also completely obsessed with my grades, and I have been basically my whole life. And I'm going to give you some details just in case you're like curious about me, but like I said, I'm going to make a whole separate video about everywhere I applied and stuff. So this isn't so much about like why I didn't get into UF, because there's really no way to actually determine that. I mean, maybe you guys will like think my stats weren't good enough or whatever, I don't know. But there's no way like you actually know for sure. I applied to a total of 9 schools. So I have pretty much decided where I'm going to go. And so then UF decisions came out today, or technically yesterday now, and they came out right at 6 o'clock, and I got an email the last Friday saying, you know, they're coming out, da 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 da. And I was in the car with my friend, my best friend. I was like nervously awaiting it all day, because even though it doesn't matter, you know, because like I said, I've already committed to the school I really feel like I'm meant to be at, it still mattered because UF was like my second choice, and like I kind of in the back of my head thought, oh my gosh, like maybe I'm meant to be at UF, you know, all that stuff. So I'm just gonna read you this email. this admissions decision. So I logged into my UF account, and this is how it starts. Dear Ashton, thank you for your application to the University of Florida. After careful consideration of all aspects of your application, we are unable to offer you admission to the freshman class. So that's, you know, the first 2 sentences basically. And when you read those sentences, if you're like me, as someone who has been invested in their grades, their academics, their college experience the way I have, those like words can be absolutely devastating if you let them be. And I know that sounds a little bit like crazy, and even when I'm saying it to myself, I think, okay, I'm saying this to you guys, but I am upset, I am offended, I am, you know, sad about it. And the thing is that I thought being rejected from college had to be something I was embarrassed about, something I was ashamed about, something I was mortified about, especially being rejected from one of my top choices. But it's only a setback if you let it be a setback. And I know maybe you might be thinking that's a little bit easier said than done because like I've already committed to a school and blah 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 blah. But yeah, I mean, like the school I committed to, I'm convinced I'm supposed to go there, but also I was waiting to hear back from UF before I was like, this is where I'm going to school, you know what I mean? I'm just telling you that college is random. Anyone I talk to, any college like acceptance calculator I went on, any just anything like that, like every person I talked to, every person who is at UF that I compared my stats to, everybody like that, I pretty much was told like most likely I'll get into UF. And it's not that I think I was so nervous because I wasn't sure, because it was technically like probably the hardest school I applied to. So I, in the back of my head, was so nervous about opening this decision, like, and it turned out to be the worst case scenario. I mean, I was flat out like rejected, you know? I mean, just totally rejected. And the thing is that I'm a crier, and I didn't cry because I was like, okay, you know, I actually received an acceptance like an hour before I received this rejection. And I just want you to know that you're going to win some and you're going to lose some, especially in the college process. And I'm not saying that you're going to get rejected from a school. But for me, like, I applied to 9 schools and I've been accepted to 7. Got rejected from 1, and then I got deferred from another one, so I'm waiting to hear back because I applied early action. But if you guys are curious, like, I feel like I basically did all the right things. I submitted my application October 6, 2018, and I paid the deposit. I wrote an essay that literally made my guidance counselor cry. It's actually just about insecurity and making YouTube videos and stuff, and I mean, I love to write, so like I was pretty confident in my essays. I got a 30 on my ACT. I got a 1350 on my SAT. At the time when I actually applied to UF, I had a 4.32 GPA, 3.9 unweighted, and those aren't like the best stats. Those weren't like guaranteed admission stats, but like what I had always heard and what I had learned from most of my research is between like the lower part would be like a 28 ACT and the higher part would be like a 36 ACT for UF. So it was like I was pretty solid. I have like over 240 volunteer hours. I'm the president of like the UNICEF club at my school. I've won awards for this. I've done that. Basically what I'm trying to tell you is that I work, I make videos, I got the grades, I took a bunch of APs, I had A's, I have a relatively good GPA and stats, but sometimes it's just not gonna work out. And if you get denied or rejected from college, for some reason the word rejected just makes it so much worse. It's gonna be okay. And I know if you're like I was and you're watching this, you're gonna be like, okay, like it's not okay, I'm not gonna be okay, but like you will be, because I'm sitting right here and I am okay even after being rejected from what I consider one of my top choices. Yeah, this video is like super vulnerable, and I think for me it hurts because like I've been on College Confidential and just seen posts from people like who I know had like lower stats than me, or less this or less that, or they weren't as well rounded, but they got in and I didn't. And it sucks because you feel like, okay, if you work towards a certain this or that, you're guaranteed. You're never guaranteed. But before that would give me anxiety, like, oh my god, I'm not guaranteed I'm gonna get rejected from every school. But understand that if you get rejected from that school, it's literally nothing to actually personally do with you. Colleges have to do what's best for them. In turn, that ends up being what's best for you too. And I just want you to understand that a rejection is not a failure. It's literally just being like, okay, this path wasn't meant for you, because like it just wasn't meant for you. And if anything, it should help you make up your mind of where you should go, or if you don't want to do college at all or whatever. So I'm just saying that you can be a good applicant. I'm definitely not saying I was the perfect applicant. Like, I'm not saying that at all. Please don't come for me. I'm saying you can do all the right things, and people can say up and down through the yin yang like, oh, like, you know, you're gonna get in there, don't even worry. Because like when I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll get into UF, people were like, oh, stop that. But I did. I mean, I just did. And that is what it is. And yeah, it sucks because I have like a whole little list on my phone of like accepted, deferred, da 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 da, and it's like accepted, rejected by one of the schools I really thought I wanted to go to. And yeah, it kind of like, it stings more thinking about UF rejected It just doesn't sting in the sense that I missed an opportunity, because if you got rejected just like I did, you are not missing an opportunity. You've been given an opportunity to do what is right for you. And I just hope maybe this provides some comfort for people, and I hope it kind of destigmatizes the whole process, because obviously when you apply to college you want to get into everywhere, or you want to, you know, be like, I didn't get rejected from any college, like but the thing is you might, and if you do, so what? It doesn't need to be something you're ashamed of. It's literally, it's like basically, in my opinion, almost a mutual process. And if that turns out being every school rejects you, then okay, I truly feel like it's because that's what's meant to happen. Maybe you're meant to take a year off or apply to a different semester. Like, please do not be embarrassed, because it is easy to fall into this rabbit hole of, I'm a failure, why didn't I do this, like, why didn't I get in? And it's also easy to like be mad at your friends or be upset or resentful, especially if you feel like you were actually a better candidate. But there's a reason that you got in and you didn't, and it's not because you're a better person, they're smarter, they're this or that, because really at the end of the day, like, life is what you make of it. And it sounds cheesy, it sounds stupid, but truly, like, you guys, it's going to work out for you. And I haven't even started college yet. I'm literally still in high school. I already have complete confidence, and this is going to be where my video kind of segues into the more spiritual side. So if you're a Christian or whatever you are, like me, I've prayed about this decision in particular all week, because like I said, I have committed to a school, and it was basically in my head, if I got into UF, going to be like 97% the school I've committed to, but there's going to be that like 3% of doubt in my head of like, maybe I should go to UF. I just prayed all week, like, God, show me what is right for me. Like, if I'm meant to go to the school I committed to, show me that. And I didn't think he would send that in the form of a rejection. And I know some people are gonna be like, that's such an excuse, like she's rationalizing it, like with her religion, like she's making excuses. You can call it that. I mean, I'm flat out saying that UF didn't want me. Like, you know what I mean? But I do feel like it is a good thing for me personally, because I was always gonna have the doubt in the back of my mind of, maybe I should have gone to UF, just because I'm that type of worrier, which is my whole point of making this video, because I know there's gonna be a worrier just like me watching this. So yeah, I'm just saying that you can think you have it in the bag, or you can think you don't have it in the bag, or you can worry about it, and ultimately you sitting there stressing, am I gonna get in, am I gonna get in, and then when you don't get it in, stressing, I'm failure, I'm this, I'm that. You know, let yourself have that moment. I was bitter. I made quite a few comments at first, and I let myself, but at this point I'm literally sending congratulations to my friends. I'm happy for people that got into UF, because that, if that's where they go, that's because that's where they're meant to go. And I think if anything, it personally for me is a blessing in disguise, because it has just made it all more clear that the place that I really feel like my heart is in is like the perfect place for me. It makes me even more excited, and I want you guys to feel that excitement from a rejection, because rejection literally is what you make of it. You can take it as a failure, or you can take it as almost like a helpful boost of how your life is meant to be. So I'm just saying that if you let the rejection destroy you, it's because you let it destroy you. And it's hard, and even in the back of my head I'm sitting here thinking, you should be embarrassed for putting this on the internet, because there's gonna be people watching this, but ooh, she didn't get into UF and I did. Okay, you know, I mean, it is what it is, and people are going to think what they think of you, but at the end of the day, all that matters is how you feel about yourself, because you've got to live with yourself, no matter who else does. So I'm just saying that rejection is nothing more than a chance, and it's nothing more than guidance and a little bit of, you know, just a little something, and it's going to happen. And if it does, you will live, because I thought there's no way I'd survive college rejection, but I did. Here I am. I might receive one more. I'm waiting on a one deferred decision from early action to regular, and if I don't get into that school, whatever, because it's even more of a boost to where I'm meant to go. So that is all I have to say for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and just know that I love you and God loves you, and whatever's meant to be is what will be, and rejection is what you make of it. So please keep an eye out for my college reveal, and then ultimately my like everywhere I applied college, stats, scholarships, video. That's all I have to say, and I appreciate you guys watching, and don't roast me because I'm being vulnerable. But yeah, that's all I've got to say tonight, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.